Back in April 2020, I made a prediction that we are not going to do international holidays this December period. It's now going into the fourth quarter of 2020, and I stand by my prediction. We might be finished with COVID, but COVID is nowhere finished with us. We're seeing a second wave emerge as winter comes in the Northern Hemisphere, and we can see around the world that we have not yet got COVID under control. The one thing we have done brilliantly is we've been able to reduce the fatality rate of people who are dying of COVID. And that's an absolute miracle from the medical fraternity around the world. But what we've realized at the same time is that about 20% of people get seriously sick from COVID. And many of those people are going to have lifelong impacts on their systems from COVID. This is a nasty disease. It's a weird disease because half of the people who get it don't even know they've had it. But we don't know if we're going to be one of the people who has no symptoms or one of the 20% who has lifelong health issues because of COVID. So right now, it's still best practice to not get COVID. And because it is so contagious and it's still in the system, we need to keep vigilant. And vigilance means physical distancing, temperature checking, limiting our interaction with other people, and limiting our travel and international travel in particular. Sadly, that means that many industries, the tourism industry, the hospitality industry, events, conferences, sports events, and concerts are still going to be hugely impacted by COVID for a lot longer than we thought. And we're going to have to settle in with that knowledge. So this isn't a good news video. I apologize for that. We still have a long way to go with COVID, and we still have to deal with many more months, probably most of 2021, being disrupted. You have to plan for that in your personal life, in your family life. You have to think through the implications of not being able to connect physically with family members, with friends, to not really have the Christmas we planned for in 2020. And as a business, you can't live on hope. You have to plan for deep disruption for another few months, probably most of 2021. That's the reality of the situation. The good news is that many of us have made it so far. It's not been our favorite year. It's probably been our worst year ever. But here we are. We're getting through it. If we understand how long we still have of disruption ahead of us, I think that's the starting point for building a strategy, for putting realistic plans in place, and for getting our emotions and our physical, mental, and psychological health ready for the fact that there's still a long time of disruption ahead of us. I hope this has been useful to just get you in the right frame of mind to make the most of a really rough situation.